in Israel. That wasn't the job of a woman. Or security guards. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, as far as in our kingdom, we didn't have that, you know. Right now, you know, you got all kind of jobs that people have to do, but, you know, we didn't have it in our kingdom. Exodus 15:3. The Most High is a man of war. The Most High is his name. So the Most High is a warrior. And in war, you have strategies. What do you do in war? You plot to what? Kill people. They don't go to war and throw out rose petals and, hey, we come to take you down, but we come with love and peace and happiness. Nah, I don't think so. It don't work like that. Especially not in this regime. Proverbs 6:23 says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. And the law is light. So the commandments are very important. I don't know, you know, the only reason why, like I say, I think they're trying to tell people that they're not under these laws is because of the stipulation that they have with the ones that have given them the power to do whatever they're doing. Because there's no way that you can read this Bible and think that the Most High, him giving us law, statutes, commandments, say, if you love me, keep my commandments in John 14:15. 1 John 5:3 says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments. Commandments are not grievous. So these are commandments that we're seeing all throughout the Bible. Beyond the 613, he's given us understanding of how to follow the commandments. Mashiach Yahushua, he didn't break any commandments. It says, Proverbs 6:23, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. So the commandment is the law. The law is the commandments. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So reproofs of instruction are the way of life. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. That's serious there. You gotta understand this. Reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Some brothers have to be shown to go over these laws. To keep them from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. You know, talking to you, you know, being seductive. That's why I tell you the law, when you study these laws, you have it in your spirit and your mind, then you're going to know how to deal with such situations when this evil woman comes around. So it says the law is reproofs of instruction. But if you can't be reproved to show you the right way, then you fall into an evil woman. It said to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattering of the tongue of a strange woman. See, lust not after her beauty in thine heart. Don't lust after her beauty in your mind, neither let her take thee with her eyelids, meaning she's going to be blinking her eyes at you. So don't fall for that. They say, for by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for this precious life. Adulteress is a woman that's married. She can go out there and try and find a man, because she already married. She shouldn't be looking for no one but her husband, going home to her husband. But she blink her eyes and seduce you and, you know, smile and all that, have on a nice perfume, whatever, just all the things, move, you know how Israel do. You know how the women do. They move their body a certain way, whatever it is to seduce you. The next thing you know, you caught in this web. She's like a spider. It said, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? So can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent. That's adultery. You touch another man's wife, you will not be innocent. That's why the Most High said this in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. in the 4th verse, because it's going to happen. This is a prophecy. It says, Ezekiel 9:4. And the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads or the minds of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Look at all the abominations that's being done. You know, I don't look at TV that much, but I seen something on online. It was called this series called Scandal. It was terrible. Sister, she's the main head honcho. Man, the first episode, she went to bed with about 3 white men. Then she ended up with the president, sleeping with the president. He's married. It's crazy. I mean, called Scandals. That's primetime TV. I think it come on ABC. I mean, just to look at the things that they're putting out in your face. This is what our children gonna watch and say, this is the role models. This is how they America, and have 2 men in the bed together. Man, unbelievable. But it's the world that we in now. That's why I said, and the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city, Ezekiel 9:4, through the midst of Jerusalem, wherever we are, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So no matter how nobody feel, you got to still cry against homosexuals. Most High said that is an abomination. Lesbian, that's abomination. Transgender and all this stuff. You know, seeing beautiful girls walking together. And they trying to, right, in California, they got a law starting in January that if a boy feel like he's a boy, he can just go to school and say, I'm a boy. A boy feel like he's a girl, he can just go to school and say, hey, I'm a girl today. Girl feel like she's a boy. I'm a boy today. Going to the boys' locker. She a girl. Going to the boys' shower. Boy can go into the girls' bathroom, the girls' shower, locker room, and so forth. It's going to be madness. Catalyst of seeing how it's going to go to be able to infiltrate it all across the country. You watch what I tell you. It's going to be a lot of headaches. It's like I always said, you know, years ago. They took the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob out of the schools. Took a Mashiach out of the schools, took prayer out of the schools. So you can't pray, who you going to pray to? And they left Satan there, the devil, and all his imps. That's who's running the schools now. So yeah, we're going to cry against all the abominations that's being done. You know, food being poisoned, spraying us with chemtrails and so forth, locking us up all in the prisons. Israelites, majority here in America, making money off of them. That's why they got to pork the other white meat. You got to keep all this going so that you can do abominable things. Yeah, we crying out against it, because he said that's the mark that we have on our forehead. And everything that's wicked, when you know these scriptures, you're going to cry against it. And those that are wicked, they're going to cry to stand up against you, but stand up against me with the scriptures. Thus say the Most High. Now you talking. It said, and to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. That means kill. Let not your eyes spare. Don't spare nobody. Neither have ye pity. Ain't gonna be no pity. This is a spirit. Remember, he said he raising up an army. They stood upon their feet. A great and exceeding great army. This is gonna happen. So let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Say slay, that means kill, utterly old and young. Both maids, that's young women, and little children. Little children. I'm telling you how they breeding them right now. I just gave an example. From kindergarten to 8th grade, it's going to be madness. Say slay utterly old and young, both maids, young women, and little children, even little children, and women. Don't be killing women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Say man. Come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And begin at my sanctuary, begin with my people. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Gonna start killing. That's why Mashiach said, because I mean, He giving us rules and regulations. He's giving us laws, statutes, commandments. That's his rules and regulations. So this is what he said. You either follow it, you follow you follow what he said, you love him. That's what he said in St. John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you love him, you're going to keep it, you're going to do what he say. If you don't, this was just the judgment for you. Because you can't say you love him if you don't want to do what he say. Luke 19:27. Because you don't want to do what he say, so therefore you don't want him to reign over you. So this is what he says to you. Luke 19:27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, mean you don't want to do what he say do. You don't love him. So you either love him or you hate him. Ain't no in between, no lukewarm. He don't want nobody lukewarm. He wants you to be hot or be cold. Ain't no lukewarm, ain't no in between. Ain't no straddling the fence with this. That's why he said, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them in front of me and slay them before me. Because everybody, I mean, come on, you thinking it's going to happen? Better think again. Look, 2 Corinthians 5:10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach Yahushua. We say, bring them here and kill them before me, that every one may receive the things done in his body. If you love him, keep his commandments, according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad, good or evil, righteous or evil. Point blank, that's what he's saying. 1 John 5:3. I'll quote them, but let me read them to you so you know. 1 John 5:3. But this is the love of the Most High and of Mashiach Yahushua. Because he just said the same thing. That we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. You ain't supposed to be feeling bad about doing what's right according to the law. When you go against the law, how you think the Most High going to bless you when you sit here going against the law? It's not going to happen. 1 Corinthians 14. 1 Corinthians 14. And we're going to look at verse 33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints, and the saints are the children of Israel. He is for peace. But if you want peace, then like Mashiach just said, hey, bring them in front of me and kill them before me. Slay them before me. That's when we meet the judgment seat of Mashiach Yahushua. He gonna say that. Because remember, the book's gonna be open. You can't say, I did this, I did that. No, you ain't gotta say nothing. We ain't gonna be saying anything, because when the books is open, you're gonna see that everything that we've done gonna be exposed. It says, let your women learn, keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also said the law. This is what the law says. You can say you either follow the law or you don't follow the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. That's what it says. Jump to verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. That's the order. That's the commandment. Where did it come from? He said, as says the law. So where did it come from? Genesis 3:16. And it's a reason why he's saying this, because you think if you had a lot of women that just start talking, and you're trying to conduct an orderly service, then you can't really get anything done, because you got all this talking going on. Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, meaning having children. This is to Eve. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And you can look at it however you want to look at it, but look at the children that's being born today. The children that's being born today. I mean, come on. They coming out already looking around like they know things. They looking like they already know things. You know what I mean? They growing up real fast. And making it hard for their mothers and their fathers. You know, how many times I've seen on the internet where a father or mother been on there whipping a young girl because she on there exposing herself on the internet, on YouTube, whatever. You gotta watch it. I mean, they know how to go in there and get on the computers and do all kind of madness. So regardless if you have, I mean, you know the birth pains that women have having a baby. You gotta have it afterward when you're dealing with your children, trying to raise your children in this wicked world. You train them at home, they go to school, be trained another way. They won't be like the in crowd. That's why he said unto the woman, Genesis 3:16, unto the woman who was Eve, who was the woman's foremother and my foremother and all of our foremother, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow